Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before I begin this video, I just want to say a big thank you for everyone who's been watching my videos and liking my videos. I'm definitely getting some traction here, which I really appreciate it. Remember, I just started this channel just like a week ago, and people seem to really be liking it. Now, let's begin. Check this out. I want to talk today a little bit about basically the environment and how the environment is going to reshape the real estate market, right? So check this out. I came across a story this morning about a deadly flooding in eastern Kentucky, right? So check this out. 60 people have passed. I mean, this is awful. And if you see some of the photos, it's just complete devastation, right? So a lot of the times, it's like, okay, well, this doesn't happen all the time, but remember, this channel is about real estate. And when I look at this photo right here, look, all these houses, these houses just basically went down in value. Now, when we think of one of the hottest real estate markets, right? Check this out right here. This is one of the best, hottest real estate markets in the country. Miami, Florida. Why? You got Miami Beach right here. It's a beautiful area. Miami it's just really cool, very popular. And as you can see, look, all this is all concrete jungle, right? Because people start, wanting more affordable housing, so they start moving to the outside over here, right? Farther from the beach, but more suburbs, better neighborhoods for raising kids. But like obviously the hot part of Miami is this section right here, right? Very expensive. All this areas where you're gonna see millionaire homes. This whole area right here is, just the cream of the crop, right? Very expensive. So check this out. And you can see it goes all the way up to like West Palm Beach into Jupiter area. So obviously the farther you are from Miami, the more affordable it gets, right? Now, what I wanna say is, when you think about global change and the world, if it is becoming hotter and we're gonna go see more hurricanes, right? Hurricanes like to come in from Africa, they build around here, and they're like bowling balls really to this whole area right here, right? Sometimes they could generate in the Gulf, but in general, every year, right, it's hurricane season. And what ends up happening is there's mass devastations. Look, if you look at like Hurricane Andrew, right? Look at these photos, guys. Look, this is real, okay? This was like 1992, I believe. And you could see how the storm moved, right through Miami. And the devastation was crazy. So you can see how, real estate markets obviously are gonna go down because you start seeing that it starts becoming less desirable, right? As a place to live. So what do you think is gonna happen, right? As more hurricanes, start hitting the coast. Now, remember, I wanna just say this is, the hurricane, sure, you can protect your house, but at the end of the day, it just becomes really expensive. And if there's a lot more hurricanes, you could see a scenario where insurance companies might stop wanting to insure, maybe homes on the coast, right? But then maybe it could get more severe as climate change gets worse and it could go more inland, right? So if homes are stopped insuring your house, you can't get a bank loan. And if the most expensive houses are on the coast, you could see that could definitely turn into a conundrum, right? So that's kind of like how I'm seeing a lot of what's happening with climate change is people are going to have to start learning to migrate and having to go, into more safe. If I was thinking very long term, if I was going to buy massive amounts of property, I would start thinking about Orlando, right? Because Orlando would be even, farther from the beach. So you could see that there could be a lot of migration more towards the middle of the state. And you might see a little town like Sebring or Avon Park just explode with all these people that would most likely move and migrate. But that, might not last too long, right? So then what happens then? Then people keep moving up north, Ocala, Gainesville, very popular towns, very cheap right now. Like you can go to Gainesville, you could buy things in Ocala for relatively lower prices. But then I think the biggest hub, okay, in the future is going to be right here, Atlanta. I think Atlanta is going to be one of the hottest markets in the future, because I think a lot of people from the coasts are gonna wanna, move inland because of climate change, right? And you could see how Atlanta is just perfectly positioned to just take off. Now, if we jump into the Redfin housing data, I wanna just show you Miami, Florida is still relatively expensive. This is the new listings. If we go to the median house price, it's really skyrocketing, right? I mean, look, this was 2019 prices, 350. Now they're up to almost 550. This is, look, and you could see it going up. Now, remember, this is when the rates started going up, and suddenly there was a drop, but it kind of jumped right back up, which is really, really interesting. And it's incredible, to be honest. In an area that you gotta wonder, can the community support these prices? And that's the big question, right? Now the Fed's just raised the rates yet again. What is that gonna do? Is this going to crash it, or is the supply gonna become tighter and the prices are gonna stay elevated? If the longer the prices stay up, the bigger the crash we're gonna have. That's my prediction. If you look at the medium sale prices are coming down though, okay? Remember, this is the listing price. You could see people are trying to take advantage, listing it higher, but the proof is in the pudding as the sale price is coming down, right? And it is coming. So this is very interesting to look between these two. Again, I still think incredibly overvalued, because at the end of the day, the disparity between 2019 and 2022 is way too much. And these prices eventually, to get stability back in the market, are going to have to dip, I think, below 2019 levels. That's when you hit the bottom, and then coming back up is gonna be, like, I would say that bottom will be when we cross this blue line right here. It could go a little bit lower than that, but I would say if we can get back to 2019 prices, we'll be in better shape than when we are right now. So with that said, okay guys, this was a kind of longer video, but I'm really hoping you guys enjoy it. Talking about, migration, right, is a big deal, okay? When you look at the map, right, you look at the West Coast, right? You look at cities like, Malibu, right? All this area, get basically all this area is fire area. And you're talking about, Calabasas, Thousand Oaks. These are very prestigious areas right in the middle of fire country, right? And what is that going to do? The more fires we have, at one point you could see that things are going to begin to change somewhat, dramatically in the next 20 to 50 years. And when you think about real estate, you have to think 20 to 50 years, because if you do have a family and you are planning on passing your property down, you want to make sure that you're passing a property that is going to be in a relatively safe area. When you think of Houston, right? What is the most expensive, most desirable areas in Houston? They're in these areas out here, right? Away from the beach, because the beach, all this area floods, right? So, people rather go, you can still find affordable housing in Sugar Land. You can go out here, this is very desirable up here, it gets a little bit more expensive, but, away from basically the flooding, right? This area by the ocean floods, this area doesn't. So you could see Dallas, very positioned, pretty good. But in general, guys, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at, when you buy a house, just think about also the future, right? Don't just think short term, think when you pass it down and then you want your kids to hopefully pass it down. That is called generational wealth, guys. That is how you build generational wealth. Now, if you guys like these videos, don't forget to smash that subscribe button right here somewhere. This is my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Now, again, if you guys do like these videos, don't forget to smash that subscribe channel and like and leave a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.